A little show about big things. Hope you guys are doing well today. Looks like it's going to be a little muggy, not muggy, but it's a rainy day. It's just one of those days here in Chicago. And we are in the month of June already, folks. And man, the year is just flying by. Usually you figure once June gets here, next thing you know, man, it's September. There's not much to do. You've got maybe three months: June, July, August, maybe September, to be able to keep the pool. We just got the pool open, so the pool is open, so we're ready to have a good time with that. And everything goes by so fast. But anyway, we got a great show for you guys today. Thank you guys for tuning in. First of all, look at the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and find out where we're going to be at. Don't forget to book a show. Give us a call at 847-769-8609. And we got a great show, a little lined up for you today. First of all, show is Monday through Friday for the first people that are listening to us around every day at 12 o'clock. It's dedicated to the first responders, folks, all the people that go out there and work very hard for everything they do. But it's mostly dedicated to people like you that's been making this show successful since 2020. So we are doing good, and we want to thank you all for tuning in every day. Now, tomorrow is Thursday, which means my lovely co-host, my wife, will be my co-host tomorrow. And then Friday, my good friend Julia Dano will be on from Master Chef, I think season 13. She's been on the show twice, and Julia is a very good friend of mine. Known each other since the Jillies days, and she's going to be my guest on Friday. So tune in for two more great shows this week. Now, what we got today, we got something different. I always have different people on the show. I have people, whether they're musicians, they're actors, they're whatever they do for a living. There's a lot very important to a lot of people, and some stuff that we don't know about. Well, with all this crazy shit going on with the masks and air in the banks and hospitals and schools, and let's talk about someone who knows about air conditioning or heating. What's the ventilation like in all these places? Plus, he's a musician, so you can't beat that. We're going to have my good buddy on, folks, so make sure to stick around. Larry Sperinsky is going to be on talking about some good stuff. He's from Air Maker and Homes for All out of Carroll Stream, and we'll talk to him in a few seconds. But before we do that, let's get to some sponsors, folks. That's right. Sponsors are people who pay for the show. So let's get down number 1, 2. McCampbell Law Group, Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, a statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. If you're looking for a good, honest lawyer and a good guy out of Rosemont, Illinois, been a lawyer for many, many years, give Roy a call at 708-275-4264. Also, if you're in the construction and diesel industry, folks, servicing the construction and diesel industry for the last 100 years, that's Deutsch Power Center, right out of Elgin, Illinois. Call Sal at 224-276-6550. And then, folks, let's not forget our good buddies from Airtight Windows and Specialist in Sidings. Everybody needs windows, folks. My man Lou is the guy. Airtight Windows. Family owned for 30 years. For honesty and quality, do it right with Airtight Windows. Give Lou a call at 708-788-5000, folks. And let's keep it rolling with our good buddies from Don Esteban Cigars. Those hand-rolled cigars they delivered and sent right to your home. It's the season now, folks. People are I smoke them all year round, but I don't smoke them in the house. But anyway, now it's warm now. The boat, your pool, outside the backyard, when you're on vacation, when those people that go golfing, cigars go with everything, folks. Call my buddy Javier from Don Esteban Cigars. They're out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. They're hand-rolled. Tell them you want the Tony Ocean kind, or tell them any kind that you like. 727-366-7536. Now, you can watch this show 4 different ways. Right now, you're watching it on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page. You can look at the bottom of the screen and follow us on Twitter. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the third way. And at the end of the show, from 12 to 1, I go back and I share it on my Mo Carrara on my personal page. So there's 4 ways you can watch Ocean's Pit Monday through Friday. Let's not forget our good buddies, some Trico Hair Experts. Recreating great hair days, guys. Forget the sprays, forget the hats. Get it done. Women, kids, men, Trico Hair Experts right out of Rosemont, Illinois. Call our friends Carmela and Anthony at 773-999-7888. That's Trico Hair Experts. All right, so A lot of stuff. Yeah, we had a great show yesterday, folks. Now, let me tell you what we got coming up this week. Tomorrow, we will be at a brand new place called Players Pub and Grill in Highland Park. Me and Rhino Ryan. That's tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Friday, returning to Chicago Prime Steakhouse. We're going to get there about 8:30 with my good buddy Rhino Ryan. And then Saturday, going back to Tavern on the Point in Edison Park, right on the rooftop concert, 8 o'clock. It's beautiful, great food, great place, folks. And that's me and Rhino. That's this week. So we're excited. But also Friday, what am I saying? June 10th, this Friday, we're also honoring our good friend, Mr. Ron Onesti, everybody. And he's going to be at the Belvedere. And he's, of course, the Unico is making him the Humanitarian Man of the Year. And I'm going to be there about 7 o'clock performing with my good buddy Nick Hodges and doing a couple songs for our good friend, Ron Onesti. Congratulations. That's going to be Friday from 7 to 8. So I'll be getting at Chicago Prime there about 8:30. So congratulations, Ron Onesti, for a humanitarian award. And just a great guy that he is. And we have so much stuff happening, folks. So much stuff happening. I'm so excited that next week, folks, don't forget Rumble in the Jungle in Rosemont. That's right. Bobby Hits Production presents. If you love boxing and you love my band called The Dream Police, tribute to Cheap Trick. That's right. That's one of my other bands. We're going to be kicking off the show from 6 to 7 in Rosemont, right in the field where the hot dogs play. That's next Saturday, June 18th. Come on down. And to get tickets, go to hitsboxing.com. And then that night, we're going to be at this speakeasy with the Main Event Band that night at 8 o'clock. So busy week. A lot of good stuff still coming up next week, folks. We're still waiting on the okay for Sean Cassidy and my other band, Mojo's Jukebox, next Saturday on the 19th. We should have some final details by the end of the day, according to Mr. Ron Onesti. So I'm excited about that. And speaking of Ron and speaking about summer, we got the summer festivals all happening. We're all excited about Taylor Street Fest. Ron Onesti's back with another great lineup of great musicians from the Chicagoland area and some special surprises. So that's August 11th to the 14th. We're going to be excited about that great stuff. All right, folks, next Wednesday will be at Positano's in Oak Brook with Jerry Jams. That's next, and Lisa P. next Wednesday. Next Thursday will be at W79th, a brand new place in Burbank, Illinois. Going south next Thursday, folks. And don't forget, next Saturday, Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speak Easy. A lot more good stuff coming up. We're going to be at Pasta Mia on the 23rd at the end of the month in Bartlett. We haven't been there in a long time. And also the JC Pub on the 22nd. I'm excited about our good place coming up on Sunday, June 26th. Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. We're starting our little middle Lake Geneva tour. We got about 9 shows there this summer. First one is Sunday, June 26th at the Thirsty Parrot, Lake Como, baby. Come out to the Thirsty Parrot, 1 o'clock. Meet Jerry Jams and, of course, the great Tody Toto. And that's going to be Sunday, June 26th, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. A lot of good stuff happening. Alan, how are you doing, my friend? They're in Boston. And Lena, they went to see Sir Paul McCartney yesterday. Pictures look great. Christina, how are you doing? Thank you for setting this up with Larry today. Peter Prado, hope you're doing well. Yeah, Edison Park, Ron, you got to love it. Rosemary, hello, my good friend. Rosemary and Seymour. The General is in the house. That's right. Of course, Carol, Joanne, Robert, how you guys doing? Priscilla, welcome to Ocean Spit. Dennis, how are you doing, my friend? I love when you guys just go right to it. Tony, it's raining heavy at Fish Lake Beach, sitting on my deck having a cigar. You're always welcome to come visit. Joe, I'm going to take you up on that, my brother. Tina, how you doing? Thank you for that little information today. And it's great seeing my good friend, Kathy Eppolito from Santa Barbara, California. Jerry Jams is watching. Jerry's going to be with my good friend, Jack Muccio, singing the national anthem at the Chicago White Sox game tonight. Good luck with that, Jack. Hope you have a lot of fun. Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, Richard Hamlin. The list goes on and on. Welcome to Ocean Spit. All right, folks. Let's talk about air conditioning, heating. The name of the place is called Air Makers for Homes for All, or Hair Maker and Homes for All, out of Carol Stream. Now, you can call their toll-free number at 877-807-2820. 2665. Or if you're looking to call Larry himself, here's his cell phone at 630-215-3880, folks. That's Air Makers. And we're going to talk about heating, air conditioning, air flowing. This is interesting stuff. So let's bring him on. My good buddy Larry. How you doing, pal?
Great, Tony. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being on, man. Man, you have an impressive little bio here of stuff that you're doing. And first of all, how are you doing today?
Just fabulous. Thanks. Having a good day. Christine keeps scheduled.
Very good. Very good. Now, let's start, Larry. Where are you from originally, my friend?
Born at St. Vincent's Hospital, Chicago.
God bless. That's very cool. And what in the city? Where are you living now? Where are you guys at now?
Right now, we're in Carroll Stream, Illinois.
Carroll Stream,
Illinois. I was a Wheaton resident with mom, dad, and we've moved on.
Do you have a big family, Larry, growing up?
Yes, we had about 25 family relatives together, sisters, brothers of my mom and dad. Yeah.
Very cool. Now, was somebody in the business when you got into this air conditioning and heating or something? How did you get into this? I mean, you've been at it a long time.
Well, loved my daddy, and at 5 years old, I went to work with him, and I could move real good for him in crawl spaces.
There you go.
Right, and daddy's a sheet metal worker.
Okay.
Yeah, so he brought me into this.
And I asked this the same thing with me growing up. I was working with my dad's bakery, Canella Baking Company. Did you find it? So you always liked doing this, and you know what? It's very important, which a lot of people, I think, sometimes they take it for granted. The only time they worry about the air conditioner or the heating is when, oh, God damn, it's hot in here. Let's put the air on. Oh, God damn, it's cold in here. Let's put the heat on. And you call the guy when something happens. And it's very important in people's homes. How important, Larry, is air conditioning and heating in people's homes?
It's massively important. I think air conditioning with heat outside is more concerning to the resident. And naturally, if a furnace stops running, they get very concerned. But
sure,
just on the emergency, but just living in a house, they have problems with comfort in different rooms and the way it's installed and et cetera. Probably not done 100% right.
Okay, well, what I'm trying to say is you see advertising in papers and television, and you see so many of these different people. What makes Air Makers so much different?
Well, it's that we demand that we are technically trained. My background is I was always a Y guy, so I went to a lot of school. I'm a commercial serviceman. I'm an engineer. I'm a sheet metal worker, a pipe fitter, and I have a lot of other learned technology. So when people work for me, it's a demand that they know and do right, and I oversee and quality control that so that it's done correctly for the homeowner.
What is the most problems that you usually go when someone calls the home? What is the most problem that happens when it comes to fixing or something's going wrong with the air conditioner heater? What is something? Is it true that sometimes people don't change the filters in certain that needs to be changed? Is that some of the reasons why people call and sometimes why these things go out, or just because they get old?
Yeah, the filter change is most important. That every 45 to 60 days, check your air filter. If it's plugged up, it causes no heat problems and no air conditioning problems. So that's the first important thing that the homeowner can do. Yes.
What about those air filters? Now you go to I've noticed it myself many times. You go to Home Depot, you go to certain, there's like 30 different brands.
Yeah.
How do you know which is the right one? And if they're really expensive, are they really that good? Or if they're inexpensive, they're really that bad?
The best thing to do is buy the most inexpensive air filter that's pleated. They're $4 to $5 at Home Depot or Ace Hardware.
Okay.
Or even a fiberglass filter. You buy anything more expensive that says it does so much better air cleaning, it actually is so compacted with too much closure to every point of the air filter, it causes restriction to airflow and causes trouble for getting air to move because duct systems are not sized big enough, and that's another restriction that's a problem. So don't buy anything over $5.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is something you've just learned in the last five. Well, you know you're out there. There's people out there. Oh my God, this one's $20. We got to get it. It'll last long. We won't have to change it as long. No, no. We're just hearing it for the first time. Don't spend more than $5 on an air filter. And it's a very good to know this information. What is the biggest call that you get when things go down in an air conditioning or heating? What's the main thing that people always complain about?
I'm too hot in the air conditioning season and I need cooling now. Very, very, very bad. And it is bad.
Sure.
And naturally heat is, I'm getting cold and my furnace hasn't worked and it stopped.
And that's what you get all the time. Larry, we all know that when 2020 came and COVID and all this stuff with the air, circulating and masks and all this stuff like that. Since you're in that kind of business, you know about air filters and stuff like that in banks now and schools and hospitals and airports. And you get to fight along so many years. I think you made a couple comments when you were watching the show. You made something about people talking about it. How important is it? I mean, a lot of people will not wear the masks. And I know when that air is circulating in these hospitals, in schools, in planes, in stuff like that, what's the importance of yes or no? What's the right answer?
Well, the building for all medical, for homes, for any place you go is a box, and the box has air that comes in it all the time. Contaminants are people that can possibly be sick, and that means what they have, they bring in, and it goes airborne. Or they touch something, it's now on that. You touch it, you get it. So that's a problem, and there's air systems that we install or promote to help that problem because it cleans the air down to 99.9% clean, killing viruses, bacteria, and germs in the entire air system in the building.
Now, your company does that. Now, how come a lot of companies don't go to that extreme and do that so everybody is protected, no matter if there's a pandemic or not?
It's a promotion and an understanding for the contractor to have enough knowledge to understand and promote the right things that would help a homeowner or a major commercial building. It's just a lack of knowledge to that person.
You know what? Yeah, well, you know what? I tell you one thing, and I'm a cigar smoker. I don't smoke anything else, but there's a couple places that I go to. They're cigar stores, and they have their little lounges.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing. Two years ago, I think it was. Yeah, 2019, I think it was. We watched the stay at a Super Bowl party there, and you can pay whatever it was. Now there had to be 100 guys in these lounges, this room, and they were all smoking. And I guarantee you, Larry, every time somebody took a puff, that smoke was gone. You would never know that there was cigar smoke when there's 100 guys smoking all around you. It was a miracle. It was like, wow. If people can have these, they're very expensive to put them in homes, but it's amazing. And this is something that what you're talking about, what your company can do for companies.
That's absolutely correct. That's a good exhaust system installed by somebody who knew his design engineering, and a good makeup air. So it takes air out, brings air in, and you have constant air changed. It's called air exchange. Poof.
That's okay. Well, see, that's something else we learned. Pricing of heaters and air conditioning. Yes, it's very expensive. We know all that. And let's go back to the price. Is this one better because it costs more money, or do you tell your customer, listen, this is what you need for your home? But then we also know the company's got to make money. So how does this work?
Okay, here's a simple answer, because all furnaces are the same. They have controls in them. They're the same gas valves on average. White Rogers or Honeywell are manufacturers. They have a control board. They have other parts that are assembled. They're bought by furnace manufacturers, Carrier, Bryant, Day-Night, Lennox, whatever, and they put them in a box. The important thing selling a product is that you have a supplier that supports the product. Like I sell Duquesne. made by Lennox. The average customer don't know that, and I do, but they're supplied by a supplier that has 11 suppliers around me, and they're always stocked, and they're a Lennox supplier parts company that it's the manufacturer of. So I say, buy it from someone who's reputable, who can be supporting you, and make sure it's a product that can be received with parts when needed. But otherwise, they're all the same. Naturally, carrier name will be 25% more than a Duquesne made by Lennox. Same thing. And they all have 10-year online warranty registration for all parts. So everything's equal. And so buying is buy the best price from a good reputable contractor.
And the warranty, like you're saying, is basically 10 years to any company, like most of the companies that you just mentioned?
All companies buy with a 5-year parts guarantee from the manufacturer, and they all offer, Carrier, Trane, everybody, an online additional 5-year warranty that's given by each manufacturer. So everything's, again, equal. We do that ourselves for the customer, and Christine does the warranty application requirement and then sends it to the homeowner.
So you and Christine together. Now, how long have you guys been working together at this? You guys been working at this company for a long time?
Since February 4th, 2011. And I'd like to say she's more than the other half of the company. She runs it and runs me, which is wonderful. I call her through the day. Chris, I need this. Chris, I'm done. I report.
Yeah.
And it's more than the best thing to do.
Hi, Christine. How are you doing?
Christine. Yes.
And that's what I was going to ask you guys. I see you guys out. You go out. You promote local groups. Thank you for coming to see the show every now and then. I do appreciate that. But one thing, is it hard to work together? I mean, I ask this a lot of times when you're going out, and every couple that I've had on that's worked together, whatever, you guys, how do you make it? I mean, you got to see each other every day. And besides being married, a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people are happy when they go their ways and then they come back. But now you have a nice growing business together. What's that like?
Well, it is pretty simple. We communicate. We're best friends.
Okay.
I've run companies that have done $4 million a year with 43 employees. So I'm used to delegating posts and jobs. And when someone says I'm doing this, like she's the office administrator, she schedules, she takes the phones, she does the paperwork. That's her job and that's her requirement. And she does it. So I'm happy.
Christine, what about on your end? It's great to hear Larry's side of the story. How about your side of the story? How was that?
Okay, give me 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh,
She's
She's got a chair.
Oh, she's got the chair. Now you're in trouble now. Okay.
Yeah.
talking detail.
All right, Christine.
All right, hi.
So what is your side of the story of working with Larry and, of course, the great company Airmaker?
Okay, well, first of all,
Yeah.
we are very detailed. We have an organization chart behind us. So
Yeah.
there is laid out functions for each of us.
Yeah.
So I'm basically internal and Larry's external.
Yeah.
So he's sales, he's quality control, he's the production manager on the jobs.
Yes.
And remember, we have 2 businesses.
Two.
We do heating, cooling, and we do Homes for All. So we have 2 activities that are ongoing all the time.
And keeping you going busy. Now, Homes for All, what does that do? What does that
We
consist
do
of?
home building and remodeling. We're doing a house in Villa Park right now.
Okay.
Obviously, that's conditional with weather. You don't want to be building 30 below zero, but
Sure.
Airmaker keeps us busy all the time
Yeah.
because we have always a need for cooling or
Always.
heating. And then in
Yeah.
between that, you got preventative maintenance.
Yes.
We go to homes and help them with changing filters if they need it, doing tune-ups, startups.
Yeah.
So it keeps us very busy.
Well, you know what? I mean, it seems like you guys are busy and you guys get along the way you do. That's incredible how you do that. One question I was going to ask you, Larry, what is the right temperature when it's cold out? is there a right temperature that people should keep in their homes? Let's start with summer. The air conditioner, should it be, I know some people might turn it down to the coldest because they like the house cold. Does it really make a difference of what the owner likes, or what's the best for the unit and the safety of the product?
An air conditioner, if installed correctly and operates and is checked yearly, then it's safe to run it, and they're supposed to run. So whatever you want is fine, but then there's cost and energy. Naturally, the more you run it, the more it costs you. So if you have an energy or a cost budget per month,
Sure.
but like our house, 71, 72 degrees is average.
Okay.
And then at night we go to bed upstairs at 65 degrees because
Okay.
we like cold. Christine likes cold.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, nothing wrong with that. We all like cold. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
so that's how it works. And then winter, we're on average 70. But that's us. It's like you, what do you like?
yeah.
Run it.
So even that comes to heating as well, right?
Exactly.
Run and keep it to whatever you like. This is great that you guys about your business, and I know, but you're also. Let's see now. Hold on here. Let's go now. Van, you played in the Van Sound of Music, Larry.
Oh.
Rap music. Music, the family of the Sound of Music.
Yeah.
Singing, okay. Hanging around, a little something. What's up with the Belushi thing? You were the band while he was singing. What's the story on that?
No, he was the comedy act. And this
Okay.
was so funny. In the variety show, there was different people that had come out. And John came out with Jim Crosskoff, if I recall rightly. And Jim was a big man. He was about 6'2" in high school and weighed maybe 300 pounds. They came out in diapers. Yes.
Yeah,
And a baby bottle.
yeah. Well, I think didn't Belushi later on use that in the Saturday Night episode skit? He came out and
I think he did.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
He did
Yeah.
too. So it started back there. There you
Yeah.
go. See
His
that?
high school last year in 1965, I think it was, or 66. 66. Senior.
And so you're a musician. You're a singer. What do you do? You sing. You play an instrument. You have a band too, right?
It's like you, as you know, you got to practice and do it regular to be good. And because of my time, unfortunately, I haven't put that time in it. However, our friend Diva Montel gives me the pleasure and a microphone and allows me to sing the one song I know.
And what song? First of all, we're talking about the incredible, incomparable Diva Montel.
Yes.
My friend for many, many years, and what a talent. Again, I still can't thank her for coming out to my 30th anniversary and supporting me on that show. But she is an incredible lady, an incredible voice. What is the one song that you sing when you sing with the great Diva Montel, Larry? What is it? Tell us.
I've learned, and I love the Dean Martin baritone I am, and I do You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You.
Okay. Well, now that I know that, Larry, is next time you come in Ocean Show, you're more than welcome to come up and sing
Thank you
You're
very much.
Nobody Till Somebody Loves You. One of my favorite Dino songs, which his birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His birthday was yesterday. Christine, do you have another talent vocal-wise? Do you do something too?
Oh, boy.
I like blues. Rock
You
and
like
roll,
blues.
R&B, blues. I do a little singing. I used to play the piano and the guitar.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have a favorite blues? Do you have a favorite song that you like to go?
well, this is interesting that you would ask that because linking back up to the Blues Brothers and John Belushi
Oh, yes.
and his other sidekick in the movie, my cousin was good friends and still good friends with
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Very
Because
good.
I'm Canadian. So there is a band, and this is a little plug for them, whether they'll see this or not. It's called The Down Child.
Okay.
And the two brothers, one passed away, Donnie Walsh,
Mhm.
had a band that they started in the 60s and is still going strong.
Yeah.
And they were really good friends with
John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd.
Dan
Dan
Aykroyd.
Aykroyd. There you go.
So
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd actually said to them when he was talking to my cousin
Yeah.
Donnie said, you know, you should do a movie. You could call it The Blues Brothers. And they
Yeah.
gave
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
Musical history. We got a couple friends saying hello to you. One of the great talented musicians in the Chicagoland area.
Oh, yeah.
James Paul Lynch is saying hello
oh,
to
love
you.
him.
You gotta love him. What he does with Jenny James, what he does with Rick Lindy, what he does with American English. James was on the show, an incredible guy. And somebody called Fabian says hello. Larry says, "Why don't you sing a little Dean? Can you give me a little? Can you give me a little? Oh, you know about it. He loves you."
Yeah.
There you go, Pally.
There you go.
Good buddy Larry Sporinsky and Christina just, you know what? This is fantastic. There's a lot of great groups up there. And of course, going out and supporting the local establishment. Let's just hit real fast before I know you guys are very busy. 2020 came. March 13th is when my last show, when you found out about COVID. What was your first thought? Number one, your business. Number one, your family's health. And what was your thought about, oh my God, the business? But you guys were essential, so you guys still had to work. But what was it like in 2020?
It was a lot of caution, applying what we know, going out wearing masks, gloves, spray wherever we went. I go to an extreme level. It's like you touch anything in a store, you better spray it. And you put it in the bag, you better spray it. And we were cautious, and we kept our health very well, which is very important because healthy people are better off even if they get the COVID, which we did. And it was not good, but it wasn't no worse to me than a flu.
Yeah.
And with proper care, we were okay.
Yeah. Larry, it's how you say that makes a lot of sense because I had it myself. And then I just kept coming back positive and positive. And for like 9-10 weeks, it was just crazy. And I barely had any symptoms. It was really kind of weird. And it kind of shocked people, and it kind of separated people, and it ended friendships, and the whole thing was just crazy. Now, it seems now I notice that people not so much with the masks anymore. I see very little at shows and places like that. But it's something that your parents told us when we were little. You don't feel good, stay home.
Yes.
Guys, what the parents, what they used to tell us? You can't go out with wet hair. If you feel bad, stay home. But the one that's even more wiser than that, and wash your hands, ladies and gentlemen, after the bathroom, after you wash your hands. Oh, in 2020, it was like somebody just found a revelation. Oh my God, if we wash our hands. And you know it, Larry, you've probably seen it, Christine, too. Before the whole pandemic, I would see people stumble out of those bathrooms in the bars, and they would just skip the sink completely.
Yes.
Men and women, because I used to hear it because in the place I was at downtown at Gillies, we had somebody who passed out the bathroom attendants and the women and the men, and it was just bad. Real fast, I gotta say hello to my good friend Christine and Tracy's birthday. Tracy's good.
Happy birthday, Tracy.
Little sister Tracy, I love you, honey. Hope you have a great day. So there you go, Emo. We got and you believed in the shots and all that, the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. There's some that took 9 shots. I mean, I've never had a flu shot, and that's just me. But and then after they said get these shots, and everybody did get the shot. Well, not everybody, but whoever did, and you end up still getting COVID.
You're right. It's unknown. It's
pretty scary. It's a pretty scary world. But you know what? It's funny because someone said, "Oh, this world is crazy." It's not the world. It's some of these people in it. And you notice some crazy stuff in this world that comes on television, stuff you hear about that's holy cow. And I keep saying it every day, guys. It's not so much. I'll be 60 in December. So for me, I don't worry so much about me. I worry about the grandkids, and I worry about our kids and their future. You know, Larry. I mean,
Yes.
you guys have children?
Yes, I have a
Yes.
son and a daughter, just turned 26, and that's my son Trevor, and Felicia will be 31 in August 8th.
God bless you. How about you, Christine?
I have 3 sons. I was
Yeah.
married before my husband passed away.
Mhm.
So
So
I
sorry
have,
about that.
thank you. He was a good man. Larry actually knew him too. So.
Yeah, Gene.
There you
I like
go. So
There
there
you
you go. That's a good thing. Okay.
They're all healthy, happy. They don't live here, but they're doing great.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're glad-
fantastic. Another one of your friends says hello. Lori Stevens, of course, says hello.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Lori.
Yay!
Lori and Fran, those the two, when they go out, man,
Lori and Fran, we love
everywhere.
them.
I'm surprised. I mean, asking them once, do you guys even work? I mean, they're out every night of the week. I love these two guys. I had the two girls on my show, and they did their little dance thing, and that was we have a lot of views, which they were on. They're sweethearts. They're great people. We love them very much. This is good. So, Larry, give me some information. They want to find something about Air Maker and for homes. How do they get a hold of you guys? I have a number here. I have an 877-807-2665.
That phone
is the
number is
regular number.
Don't
Is that-
use it.
Ended
Don't
phone
use it.
number.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So give us information. How do they get a hold of you?
Okay, call 630-933-0033 for Airmaker or Homes for All. And that's
You get
Christine.
me.
She's the answer person. Me, always 630-215-3880 for any question about anything. That's me.
You
And
got
then we have our website at www.airmakerinc.com, and naturally Facebook Airmaker is always available.
Yeah.
And
So
then
there you go. And Fabian says, is Airmaker vaccinated for our safety?
we take all precautions for your safety, and we're masked and etc. So we will be safe in your home.
Larry, I got to ask you something. This has maybe nothing to do with air. Maybe it does. Yeah, I think it does.
Okay.
Do you hear this all the time? My parents used to say it. Maybe your parents did too.
Yeah.
Came in from the outside.
Yeah.
Is it smart to wear your shoes in the house after you've been outside, or do you take your shoes off and leave them at the door? Now, I know people that do walk in and still keep their shoes on, but then you hear that they're bringing in shit from outside. So, any idea?
Yeah. The truth is this: your whole body, clothing, shoes, whatever you're wearing, walks in from outside, is in it, and it comes into the house. And whatever's on it comes off. You sit down, you have cloth furniture, you walk through carpet. If you have a carpeted house, oh boy, it becomes a sponge.
Yeah,
Shoes
and
are
you know
not.
what? It's funny that you should say that, because people think of just take your shoes off, but they
Right.
don't realize that you've been somewhere. And you remember the days when you used to go to the nightclubs and everybody was smoking.
Oh yeah.
You put your clothes, you take your shirt off, and you put in
Yeah.
your jacket, and the next day your whole closet smells like smoke or
Right.
That's right.
cigars, right?
That's right.
So that's what it is. You know what? It was great seeing you guys and
Thank
meeting
you.
you guys. I think at the speakeasy we met. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
And the great pictures that you sent, Christine. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And
she
thank
is.
you guys for being on the show. And I wish the best for, I love having different people on, because we learn, especially when everybody has a talent. It doesn't have to be an actor or an athlete or a singer or a musician. Everybody has a talent. And what you guys have are very important talents, because what we need in this, and everybody needs it in this world, air conditioning, heating. That's why you guys were essential, and that's why you guys were still working. And that's what it's about, man. All these little, and I always say it, man, buy local, shop local. Find the local people, right? It's horrible that these little mom and pop hardware stores and stuff are out of business, Larry. I remember when I was a kid, I used to
That's
love
right.
going to these places, and they're all gone now, right? I mean, it's horrible.
That's right.
Sad.
Yeah, so it's very important to keep doing that. You guys keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for all the support that you give all the Chicagoland entertainers when you go out, and we do appreciate it. And I'm sorry, but next time I see you, Larry, you're nobody, so somebody is going to be sung on the stage. So be ready, my friend.
I'll try to learn a second song someday.
Be ready, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got it. Ladies, give it up for my good friend Larry Osporinsky and Christina Just. Thank you guys so much for Air Makers and, of course, for all. Thank you guys. Have a great day. God bless you, man. Peace and love.
Bye.
Peace and love. God bless. Isn't that cool when you find out some information? Look, you guys can, if you guys, we got another 10, 15 minutes if you want to stay on the show and talk about some topics with me. I would love to get your input. All right, let's go. We are here at Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, talking about stuff all the time and different stuff we've been hearing about, folks. Are you guys golfers? I'm not a golfer. I do it maybe 3 or 4. I'm not either. So I'm just gonna be real quick. It was one of the topics somebody talked about, the etiquette on golf courses. Don't be too loud. Don't smoke cigar. Don't be loud. Listen, when I don't golf, I do it 3 or 4 for the local celebrity, whatchamacallit. We go out and I smoke my cigar, and we go out with my guys and we're loud and obnoxious. That's just us. But there's a lot of people that really frown on that. And I just think you're playing golf, even though you're paying all this money. So are we to be doing what we do. So go out. So let's forget about that topic. Let's go to something else.
Let's go.
Here we go. Are you guys pet lovers?
We do, but I have allergies, so and we're also in and out of home a lot, so I don't feel that we could give the proper care.
No,
I got it. Well, here's something that they're doing. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I'm allergic to cats, and I'm allergic to everything. But whatever the doctor gives me, thank God it's good. But anyway, and this is happening in New York. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen anywhere else, but they did pass a law to ban pet stores to stop selling dogs, cats, rabbits, and etc.
That's sad.
That's sad.
I don't know. Look, we get our dogs from breeders. We went out and find them and whatever it is. But you know what? Some people can't afford to do that. Some people go to the stores and get them. And you know what, hey, man? I think if the dogs are taken care of, they're doing it right. This is happening in the state of New York. I don't know if it's going to happen here, but that's weird that they're doing that, right? You can't, kids can't go in there and pick a dog out or pick a cat out or pick a rabbit out. I mean, I don't know how many people buy rabbits, but maybe they do. How do I know? I'm going to tell you one thing that really, I'm going to tell you something that really freaked me out. I went to get this about 2 or 3 years ago, and I was in line, and there was I think an Oriental lady, Filipino, I'm not quite sure. Very nice lady. She's standing in line. We're talking, and she's got these guinea pigs. I go, wow. I go, your grandkids are going to be great when, you go bringing them home for a gift. She goes, no, we're going to eat these.
Oh, no.
I go, excuse me? I go, lady. No, I go, excuse me? Yes. And I guess in some whatever it is, that's it's a delicacy. So I didn't know that. I mean, maybe I did. I don't know. I went to the guy. Are you allowed to do that? But technically, they don't ask the people what you're doing with these animals when you buy them.
No.
So, I was like, okay. So there you go, folks. There you go. Gross, my son had a pet guinea pig. There you go, Carol. See?
Yeah, bad.
And you hear the stories about guinea pigs and hamsters and all that shit. I don't know. It's just a little nuts. All right. Here's another story, folks. This is what you guys you might remember this in June 4th, 1974. I think it was White Sox Park that had 10-cent beer night. You heard about this? It was 10 cents.
Yes, I heard about it.
You heard about this, folks? 60,000 cups of beer. I'm sorry. 60,000 cups of beer were served that night. 25,174 people. And it got so out of line that the Cleveland Indians had to forfeit the game, and they haven't had one since. 10-cent beer night.
It was.
Yeah, I mean,
I was 22 and I didn't make it, but I wanted to go.
But you wanted to go. 10-cent beers in 1974. What do beers cost now at a game? I got our son Joey. Joey, what's a beer cost at Cubs Park these days?
10 to 12 bucks.
Okay, our son Joey says 10 to 12 bucks for a beer.
I believe it.
Right?
Yeah.
10 cents in 1974. So this was a special night. That was probably a lot cheaper, but they had to forfeit the game. Isn't that crazy? Crazy.
Yes.
Unbelievable. 96% of Americans shouldn't feel they have to adjust their comments and stuff over 4% of the people in this world. What I'm trying to say is this politically correct stuff, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I think it's getting a little out of line. Now, I could be completely wrong, but I mean, you can't sing Baby It's Cold Outside anymore. They're taking the song because supposedly it's almost about a rape. I mean, I don't get this.
No.
These old movies that they're taking off the air because you can't I don't know. What's your old take on all that?
We're old school.
We're old school.
We're old.
We believe in the First Amendment.
When they took Ed Jemima off the
My goodness.
did it really change? I mean, did it change? Did anything get any better? Actually, the family sued the company, their ancestors, because they weren't making. I just think people are taking things. You have to be respectful in certain ways. I totally understand it.
Yes.
But I just think some of this stuff is really tearing this country apart.
Right.
It is. It is. And because I see hundreds of people, you got to be careful and respectful when you start a conversation in a house. And if you say something, back off.
Yeah. Right. And before, even if you would say something that might not be that off, here's a perfect example. Okay, like there was a joke that Groucho Marx used when he had a TV show called You Bet Your Life. Now we're going back to the 1950s. There was a couple there that had 10 kids, and they were married so many years. And Groucho goes, "Wow, you have 10 children. Why so many kids?" And the lady goes, "Well, we love our children." And Groucho said, "Well, I love my cigar, but I take it out of my mouth every now and then." Now, but this was Groucho in 1954. Now it's funny, but some people would still. You can't say that now.
No, that would not be it. No,
you just did.
You just did.
Yeah, well, that's it. But you know what I mean. You know, it wasn't like I was actually saying to somebody, but I think that's funny stuff. But you know, right now it's just so crazy. Look, we got some birthdays. Let's take care of some birthdays while you guys are here. You guys, these are some people you might know. But anyway, if you're all the wrestling fans who watch the show, Kayla from WWE turns 31 years old today. Mick Foley from the old wrestling days turns birthday. My good buddy Anthony Michael from the band Reckless, another great band with Lisa Marie in the Chicagoland area, celebrates her birthday. Tom Hadley from the band Spandau Ballet back in the 80s, great singer. Of course, Tracy from Good Clean Fun celebrates her birthday. My favorite female singer of all time, one of my favorites, the great Bonnie Tyler, with that raspy voice. Gotta love her, celebrates her birthday. Yeah, she's fantastic. Boss Skaggs turned 77 years old today. The great actress Jessica Tandy celebrates her birthday. How about Nancy Sinatra, the daughter of St. Francis, of course, turns 82 years old today. We got some more. Let's see. Drew McIntyre turns 37 from the WWE. Me and my son love watching that. The great Larry Lujak celebrates her birthday. Remember Larry from WLS Radio? Animal Stories. Oh, little snot-nosed Tommy. I used to love that show. Yeah, fantastic. Michael Clark, original guitar player with the band The Byrds. Remember the great Byrds with Roger McGuinn? Dan Hill, great Canadian singer. Sometimes when we touch the honesty. Anyway, he celebrates a birthday today. David Navarro from Jane's Addiction celebrates a birthday. Chuck Negrin, one of the great vocals from the band, the former singer of the band Three Dog Night. The great Chuck celebrates a birthday today. James Darren, actor, singer, turns 86 years old today. How about this, folks? Let's give it up for Steve Stone. Happy 40 years as the announcer for the Chicago White Sox, Steve Stone. Wow. I would love to, if I ever met Steve Stone, I would love to ask him, how was it sitting next to Harry Carey all those years? I mean, that guy was blasted all. Hey, Steve! Holy cow! He was right.
That was good.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Some of
him.
the stuff that he would come up with would be, "Hey, Steve, we got the Mexicans here from Mundelein here today, Steve." I mean, he would say the names of these groups, and people would, and he would change the names, and he would misspell. Oh my God, we just love the great. And you're never going to find another announcer like that, right, Larry? Those days are over.
No.
Yeah.
The Howard Cosells are over. What else we got here today celebrating? Folks, let's also say, well, this is very important too, folks. James Doolan, you might not remember the name, but you remember the TV show. You remember the guy named who played Scotty on Star Trek?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
A lot of people don't know, folks. He was one of the guys in D-Day. That's right, folks. On June 6, 1944, he was one of the guys that ran onto that beach for our country. He was shot.
Wow.
He was shot 6 times.
Wow.
Still survived, and later on became Scotty from Star Trek. So
Wow.
that is very, very cool. Absolutely. All right, let's get to some stories here. We only got some time left here. We got about 10 minutes according to this. Chicago landlord, according to CBS, was water bill for $10,000. Didn't realize that he left the water on his pool from March all the way on, and there's nothing they can do about it. He still has to pay that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
You have to, right? You figure you would have to shut that stuff off. You thought, but right? My God,
There
maybe.
you go. Stop the flow.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh my God, wake up. Yeah, you won't be. That's it. I love this quote, man. Wake up and do what you're going to do, man. Everybody says I'm going to do everything when I retire. When I retire, you know what? Tomorrow we might not be able to be up and retire. You know what I mean? I believe if you got something to do, right? What do you think, Larry? What do you tell your kids? You know, go for their dreams, right?
Go for your dreams, live each day and make the best and do the best. That's my kids. And they do.
Yeah, there you go. How about this? According to today's show.
I'd like to go back to something.
Yeah, I mean, but then you get crazy stuff going on now. This is nuts, folks.
Yeah.
Here it is. Madonna's son, according to CBS and to today's show, Madonna's son showed up on a night out with his mom and wearing a dress. Now,
Oh boy.
so what? That's what I'm saying. Who cares? And this stuff's got to make. What I don't get, it's got to make the news. Really, it's that. I mean, who cares? I mean, first of all, you got to do what you want to do, man. If that's what you want to dye your hair green, dye your hair green. If you want to do this, do it. But people are taking things now and just blowing things apart and destroying family cultures. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think this is ever going to get any better. I think it's worse.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's ever going to go back to it's just, who knows, man. It's pretty crazy. And I'm just hoping that things get a little bit better, really. Someone else said something. I'm going to ask your opinion on this. Is it safe to take a bath during an electrical thunderstorm?
Never had that one come up.
Well, that's a good question because
is it good, Larry? We just found out that it's not safe.
I don't know. I don't know that one.
That's what they're saying, folks. And according to the Science magazine over here, said it's not safe because electric can still hit the house, and if you're in the water,
yeah. And if you didn't have a good grounding,
there you go. So there's some, learning something new every day. How about this? According to CNN, Benjamin Button. Remember the movie Benjamin Button?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, I think it was Brad Pitt was older and they made him younger, or vice versa. They say they can do that now with mice. They've already proven it can happen with mice. Now, guys, if this can happen to you, and they called you up and said, Larry, hey, we got this.
Yeah.
You want to go back to being younger? Would you do it?
No. I don't think so.
I would not either.
No.
I have, you know what? Not me, man. I think this is the way the Lord made us to be, and this is it, right?
That's right.
Science. I was told that by my dad when I was a teen. Oh, there you go, Mary. How you doing, hon? Never do. Okay. Some people. Oh, there you go. So some people said they do not take a bath when. Okay, there's people answering the question. Oh, there you go. Good. Yeah. So this Benjamin Button thing. CNN said they've proven it with mice. Now they're going to try to do it with human beings. Don't know if I want to get on. I don't want to get up on that one, folks. That's for sure.
I think Larry wanted to say something.
What
Oh, yeah.
happened? Yeah,
I
go
wanted
ahead.
to say something. I wanted to say thank you because we're talking about birthdays.
Yes.
Our birthdays were May 26th, and we went to the Arcada to see Diva Montel, and it was a beautiful birthday together. And Ron Onesti and the entire Arcada staff made it our best birthday. When we walked into the elevator, the
Yes.
password was Happy B-Day, Larry and Christine. And
Now,
wonderful.
that is an honor. Get that
It
little
was an honor.
password on the wall for
was-
people who have
Yeah.
not been there. Yeah,
So,
that is very, very cool, man.
Yes, thank you.
That's fantastic. Does it bring your health back to your youth? Ooh, that's a good question,
let's
Richard.
bring your health back.
Does it bring your health back to your youth? So does your
Well-
health get better when you go back, or are you still stuck with the whatever you've got when you go back? Good question, Richard.
Good question.
Yeah, that's very cool. Mary
Yeah.
says bath and a shower. Yeah, so don't take a shower
No,
either. with
no
the-
water.
Who knew? Who knew that? See, we're
Who knew?
learning stuff every day, folks, here on Ocean Spit. My good buddy Greg, folks, from Taverna on the fantastic on Division, folks, in Melrose Park. Great place. If you haven't been there yet, it's got the best outside patio in the whole suburbs. It was voted at Reader Magazine, so go check it out. It's fantastic. Ocean's Pit, a little show about back things. We're just trying to find some quick things we can throw out at you. All right, real quick. Have you guys ever lost your luggage when traveling?
No.
No.
I never have either, but they say it's 36% of people since 2020 are losing their luggage. And,
Wow.
and they're probably saying that maybe it's because they don't have enough staff at the airport now, that people maybe they just don't care anymore. I don't know. But that's some question that have you lost luggage? If you ever traveled, we shouldn't be playing God. There you go, Dawn. I agree with you. That was in the movie Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and the Island of Dr. Moreau. If you remember that movie, where he tried to animals into people. You never know these crazy people out there. All right, so you didn't lose your luggage here. Let's go. How about, no, we'll go to that one. I'm trying to find, okay, high school mascots. Do you remember, Larry, Christine, what was your high school mascot when you were in high school? I was at Elmwood Park Tigers. It was a tiger. What was yours? Do you remember yours?
Tiger too. Yes, we're Tigers.
Tigers. What about you, Christine? Do you remember yours? Do you remember your mascot?
No, because I moved around so much. I traveled. My dad was an artist. My mom was a model.
Yeah.
Kind of like being an army brat, but I lived in Europe. I lived in UK.
Okay, so you were everywhere. So you were doing a little bit of traveling. Christine says, my mother's luggage once went to Italy instead of Florida. All right.
Wow.
She should have joined it.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Richard Hammond says the East Leiden Eagles was the mascot. Okay. Now here's one you guys know. This is, I don't know. I'm not a pot smoker. I've never smoked. I smoked pot once in high school and it made me fall asleep. So that didn't do it for me. But they're saying that, now this is something very interesting. Weed. Now the other said that marijuana is supposed to be good for glaucoma. They're saying it's supposed to help that. But now they're saying marijuana is good to reduce chronic pain, not CBD, which some people say the CBD do. But these are what science people are saying. And you know what? It's interesting as you remember as growing up as kids. And I think there's a lot of those Native Americans and stuff that different countries had different remedies and stuff. That stuff really worked a lot of times. And there's people out there's doctors out there that push that natural stuff like that. And I believe that's there. I just don't think that the world wants to accept that because, of course, then they won't have to pay all that money to the doctors, right? The pharmaceutical people.
Yeah.
So I think that could happen. It could happen. It could happen. It might work. UK, we're going down to 1 minute left. The UK, United Kingdom, is practicing 4-day work weeks. Would you rather work? Now, your job might be different, Larry, you guys.
Yeah.
You know what? Would the average person, 9 to 5, whatever, would you want to do that 5 days a week? Or would you rather work 10 hours a day and have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off?
My sister, Donna, was an ER nurse, and she used to work 10, even 12-hour days. And she liked it because it got what needed done. And she was done for the week with more time off.
But then somebody else took
But then
over.
someone took over for
I
her.
took over some there. So UK has been trying this and it's been doing pretty successful. I don't know. That might happen here. Look, we never thought that people would be working at home as much as they are. Some
Right.
people still do not decide to go to work, back to the office. Some places just decided not to bring people back. I don't know. But the 4-day weekend, I did it when my only job I ever had besides being Tony Ocean when I was working with my father, and we worked 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
And we were off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it might not be bad. We are coming to the end of the night, end of the show, folks. We just got to say a couple quick sponsors here before we do that. Let's not forget of course, speaking of our son Joe, Portillo's. We all love Portillo's.
Hey, we love Portillo's.
Joe was on the IROC radio station yesterday and talking about the new grass, whatever, garden, natural hot dog. Anyway, if you're interested, folks, and you have a nonprofit organization group looking to raise some money, Portillo's can help you, folks. That's right. They can take your organization. Anything you make over $200, they will give you. After that, you get 20% of the profits. Please contact our son Joe at 224-636-3646 or jfank@portillos.com. Also, folks, credit cards at its finest. Now, if you have a company out there that handles credit cards and you want to learn how to save money on those fees, my wife's company, Laura Ocean Solutions, she just saved a lot of money for airtight windows.
Yeah.
She will be able to save you money. And because you know why? There's no middlemen. She owns the company. Try it out. Laura Ocean Solutions. Check it out. Every company she's worked for, she's saved that money for companies. It's a great place. Try it out. Laura Ocean Solutions. And last but not least, folks, my good buddy Dave Antonelli was on vacation with his kids. We're talking about Patriot Funding Incorporating. When timing is everything. Patriot Funding, commercial money lending at its finest. Any kind of money lending you need, Patriot Funding is the place to go. Out of Roselle, Illinois, they're local, 630-675-4730. Thank you all for watching the show. Thank you, Larry and Christine, again.
Thank you.
Tomorrow is Thursday. My lovely wife, Laura, will co-host with me tomorrow. And don't forget, me and my wife got a live remote. We do it once or twice a month. We're going to be next Thursday. On the 16th of June, we'll be at Cousins in Roselle doing a live remote. First 10 people get a $10 gift card. Come and be part of the show. That's next Thursday. My wife is my co-host Thursday, tomorrow, and then my guest Friday, my good friend Julia Dano, a great chef. She was on Master Chef 2 or 3 times. She's going to be on the show talking about what's going on with her and her great cooking and recipes. So it's going to be great. I want you all to go out and support local establishments, live entertainment.
Yeah.
Remember, buy local. And guys, thank you, Larry, Christine, so much. You're great people, man.
Thanks for having us.
God bless you. And the great words of Sir Ringo Starr, peace and love. God bless you all, man. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys. God bless. Bye.